Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel, and in this video you are going to be preparing for 2024 with me. So let's get into it. We're talking finance, we're talking school, we're talking taking trips, we're talking about new ways of improving our well-being. Let's dive deep. For the most part, right now it is December 30th. I have this time off from work. I'm using it to kind of just tie any loose ends in my plans and in my goals for next year. Next year is going to be a big year. I think it's going to be a big year for a lot of people. I know it's going to be a big year for me. I feel it. I know next year is the year where things really begin to take off. I mean, the last half of this year has been absolutely amazing, which is why I have so much hope for next year. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of things. It's gonna be a year of achieving. It's gonna be a year of being approved. It's gonna be a year of starting new things and diving in deep, you know? And this year was a year for me to adjust for next year. This is where I get, you know, my coordinates ready. I get the train on the track, you know, to the destination. This was what this year was for. Straight preparation, making sure that I'm aligned for the things that God has for me next year and the things that I'm planning next year. And it's a lot. Yeah, at its core, next year will be a huge year of not just achieving, but a huge year of exercising discipline. You know, next year will also be another make or break year for me. So I'm getting all my ducks in a row for it to make sure that I account for anything that could go wrong. I account for failure, you know. I can taste it. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be bright. So let's start with my financial plans. Yeah, so next year, I won't say my goals exactly right now, but I'll just keep it very general. One is paying off debt. I have debt in a lot of different forms, and I've been creating spreadsheets for literally everything, and I have a financial spreadsheet, and I've been breaking down everything for the month of December at least, and just seeing where I've been so that I can start my journey towards paying off debt. So like student loans, I have some credit card debt. For the most part, my credit is good, which is great. It would be even better if I just paid off the rest of my stuff. It's definitely doable, and I've already started the process of like lowering the amount of debt that I have. So far within the last, 2 weeks, I've lowered my debt by like almost $600, which is good within, you know, 2 weeks. That's good. So I've been keeping a track of my fixed costs. I've been keeping a track of the income that I get from work, the income that I'm getting from my book, income that I make from my blog, from YouTube, which I'm not making income yet, but next year I think I will be, because I just had a huge rise in subscribers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining me on my journey. Just keeping track of the money that's coming in, where it's going, and just making sure that I'm not in a deficit, you know, letting go of unnecessary subscriptions, stuff like that, making lifestyle changes, you know, buying things for the long term and not just for instant gratification. That's really where that's the mindset that I've been able to cultivate this year. Well, not you know, because you can have the thoughts of it, you can understand that it's right, but then to put action towards it, that's what this year was for me. Right now, the financial advice that I'm using is from, so the financial advice that I'm using is from Ramit Sethi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name right. I'm very sorry, Ramit. But I love his financial advice. You know, throughout the years, and you can kind of see on my YouTube, I've been on and off with like financial stuff, wanting to engage in like financial literacy, stuff like that. I was like financial literacy president at my high school. I tried to start like a little financial literacy club when I was in college. So that has always been something extremely important to me. And I feel like, especially nowadays, we've just been so bombarded with different kinds of financial information. You know, all of these like top dogs give this advice, and you know, I feel like they're not speaking to me and you, everyday people, you know, people who don't have things to necessarily inherit, or you know, we have to go to work and do a 9-to-5 and gain several side hustles, you know. Like, giving advice from the era that they lived in, 1, and 2, they're giving advice to people who already have the capital, whether that be social capital or financial capital. They have something that's already a given. We don't have that. We're not starting from the same place as them, you know. And I think a lot of people, you know, they were really on this like, you know, financial train, this like hustle culture train, and it burnt them out. And you know, I think right now everyone's facing the fact that finally we're facing the fact that we're acknowledging those people, they're not giving advice to us, they're not speaking to us, but Ramit is. He's speaking to us. He's letting us know how we can save, how we can, you know, not necessarily be millionaires, but be more financially stable and still live a really rich life, you know. And that starts with defining what your rich life looks like, which is what he says. And I think I just love the way how it really is, he sets everything up for everyday ordinary people. One of the methods that I have been using from Ramit is that you kind of, if you have, if maybe you have a 9-to-5 like me, and you guys, your paychecks like kind of get distributed through like a third party person, like for example ADP or HCC, you have the opportunity to have your paycheck go into different accounts. So what I have set up is one account for savings, one account for bills, so fixed costs, bills, and then another account for investing, and I have another like savings for investing, like that's where my investing money goes to, and then attached to that is my account for disposable income. Yeah. So automatically when I get paid, that all gets dispersed. I can put in the exact amounts and the exact percentages of what I want to go into each account, and then whatever's left over can come to me, so I have money to still spend and enjoy my life and go out and do things. Or if I want to take that money and just throw it right back into savings, you know, if I feel good, that's exactly what I can do. And at the rate that I'm going, I save about $1,000 a month. Like, thankfully, you know, with like bi-weekly paychecks, I'm able to save $1,000 a month and have a fixed cost for my bills and stuff like that. So that method has been extremely helpful for me, you know, because when you have it all in one place, you can kind of do the calculations, but your habits don't match up, you know, with what, you know what I'm saying? Like you start to spend more than you mean to, you know. And I'm someone who's like, just in general, I like to be good with my money, but I'm better with cash. You know, with a card, it's just so easy to just keep swiping, compared to cash, where it's like you can visibly see the amount of money decreasing literally in your hand. That's where I'm at with that. So I have all my fixed costs in one place. I look into my fixed costs to see what I can dump, what I can get rid of. Netflix is gonna go. And then there are some other things that I need. my gym membership is gonna go because I'm gonna just invest in like at-home devices, which could last me for years for that one purchase compared to a gym membership. Let's move into health and well-being. So next year I am planning for myself 1 full week of health. So it's a full week of doing all the things that I want to do or things that I love doing but I can't do often. I'm taking a full week off from work and school and doing all those things, okay? So that looks like going to a spa because I found a really nice spa close to me and it looks amazing. Going and getting a treatment on my hair, or going and getting like a facial, getting my nails done, IV therapy, stuff like that. Just relaxing, going to the beach, because that's also a part of health, you know. It's not always about the physical. Yeah, it's just a week of focusing solely on that, focusing on my diet that week. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited to experience some new things, some new kinds of therapy and maintenance and different ways of taking care of myself. So I think that is much needed. I mean, 1 week out of the year, I think that's reasonable. So next, that kind of also goes along with my well-being and just moving forward in life, is traveling, moving out, and getting a car. Let's start with traveling. So when it pertains to traveling, I'm not too sure exactly where we're planning on going, like my family and me. My mom wants to do another trip to Italy. She wants to kind of make that like a yearly thing, since like I live there and, you know, I graduated from there and stuff like that. I also have a reunion coming up next year with my graduating class, and I feel like it's a bit soon. Like 2 years is a bit soon for a reunion, so I'm not gonna go to that. Next year I do have to go to Colorado for one of my goals. I'm not gonna say anything, but you will get a video on that. I'll be in Colorado checking out some things. Let's get into moving out. So moving out isn't exactly like an issue for me, because like this is my home. Not like I grew up here, this is my family home, but like I own this home. Like my name is on the deed to this home. But for the sake of my well-being and growing, I need to move out. I need to be in a space on my own. And you know, I did this to an extreme when I moved literally out the country to another country. And I had to handle all of my legal stuff, my financial stuff, staying in the country, like all of that for the most part from the beginning on my own. So I've done it before, but this time feels different. Moving out feels different. And I'm trying to be very disciplined. I'm trying not to see this home as like a place to fall back on. Like it is there. It's a great security and a great asset, you know, financially, but when it comes to going out into the world and, you know, flying out into the world and becoming your own person, I don't want this place to be like a crutch, you know. I don't want to lean on this place too much, you know. So I think that's why this time feels different, and because it's been 1 whole year since I've been back from Rome. So now it's like moving out next year. I don't know. Maybe it seems soon. I don't know. I'm not sure. You're not my therapist. Don't worry about it. But that is something I know I need to do. So I will be moving out. I already have a roommate, and we've given ourselves a goal of obtaining, you know, the savings that we need, obtaining a car, because that will be super important. So I have a car right now, but it's causing too many issues. So I'm gonna get a new one, a cheaper one, used one, let's get into school. So next year I'm doing spring semester at my community college. I also did 2 classes this past fall at my community college. I don't really need the classes and my GPA is good, but given that I'm preparing for law school next year, to start law school next year, I just want to like kind of cushion my GPA a bit more. If I can take on the little things to like boost myself up, I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. Also getting ready to take my LSAT again, so I'm gonna take it for a second time, and this time round I'm ready for it. So I knew I was gonna have to take it twice. You know, I'm not good with timed tests, but I'm very good at the questions themselves. So I took the first time for experience and the second time will be for success. So there's that. And of course, getting started on my applications. I've already started, you know, I've had so much support and like guidance from my bosses and where I work now, the law firm that I work at now. So I feel very confident and I'm very excited to start. I'm excited to learn. I'm excited to be a smarter person. I'm excited to become a lawyer, and to actually take this step in my life, because this has been this is what I've been working up to since I've always known I wanted to be a lawyer. I've always known. This is exciting. So that's where I'm at with school. I don't want to get into my projects because then that'd be giving away goals, and you know, I'm a little, I suppose, superstitious. You know, I like to wait on things to be in progress and be completed before I start speaking on it. You never know what the journey looks like for you to get to the finish line of your goals, and you just want to keep that stuff protected. You know, I'm a big believer in like the power of words. So it's like you could speak something, you know, you can speak over your situation, someone else can speak over your situation, or you just don't know exactly how God will get you there. You don't know exactly what life will throw at you, you know. So I'm giving myself a timeline and dates, and I know what my goals are and I know the paths I want to take, and I will eventually share that, just not now. So moving on. So lastly, a big focus for next year is growing my brand, Grace's Daughter, and starting my businesses. And I have a lot planned and I'm so excited. I actually just got some inventory yesterday of some new product that I'm going to launch. And yeah, I'm super excited for it. I love it. It's absolutely beautiful and you guys will see. I would say that my book it's only been out for like 2 weeks now, and it's been 2-3 weeks, and it's been great. I mean, I think I've had so much support. It's had a lot of success, and I'm ready to expand on that, do a bit more PR next year for my book. 2024 will be the year for us, guys, and I'm putting that energy out there for myself. And if you don't have the energy, maybe you're extremely drained and tired, maybe this year was just a bust, I'll put that energy out for you. That's just how good I'm feeling, you know, how motivated I'm feeling. This year has been nothing but blessings and learning so much, not only growing but coming back to certain parts of myself as well. Just developing a new mindset, you know. It's probably just like my frontal lobe doing its thing. You know, I'm 22, I got till 25, so it's probably just also I'm developing. I think it's all of the above. And the way the year started and how the year is ending is so insane. Sorry, like, I'm not crying, but I felt something coming. Anyways, yeah, it's been such a beautiful year and I've learned so much about myself. I stumbled a bit, I ran a bit, I took my time. So But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing new year. Get started on your goals, get started on your plans. And I'll see you guys next year. Bye.